Hey everybody, welcome back to Big Daddy's Barbecue Pit. This week we're going to show you how we like to make some homemade pizza at home. So this is a 72-hour bulk fermentation dough that I got from my buddy Craig Tabor. Make sure you give him a shout out on Instagram. This is a great recipe. Super simple. You can make it ahead of time. We're going to show you how to get this started. So we're going to add 919 grams of double hot flour. Now this could be Caputo, or today we're using King Arthur. 1.5 grams dry active yeast and 28 grams of kosher salt. Now we're going to put this in our stand mixer. Get our hook on here, and we're just going to mix this up just a little bit to get everything combined. Once this combines for a couple of minutes, a minute or so, we're going to go ahead and add our wet ingredients, which is just going to be water. Okay, so again, to our bowl, what we've added is 919 grams of double hot flour. You pick your brand. We got 28 grams of kosher salt and 1.5 grams of dry active yeast. Make sure you weigh everything out with a digital scale if you have one at home. You're going to get the best results with that. So to these dry ingredients, we are now going to add 552 grams of warm water. So I'm just going to pour the whole thing in. And we're going to turn our mixer back on. We're going to let it come up. We're going to go up to about medium speed until everything comes together. It's going to probably take about 5 minutes. We'll show you what it looks like. Okay, you can see here, this dough's looking nice and smooth. It came together real nice. Again, it's only been about 5 minutes. You may want to scrape down the sides of your bowl about halfway through. We're going to go ahead and stop this. I'm going to put a little bit of oil in my hands. We're going to go ahead and stick this in this bowl. I'm going to try to prevent this from sticking too much to my fingers. It is going to be a little sticky. This is a pretty high hydration level dough. But again, super simple recipe. You're going to pull it out, and I'm just going to, and this is similar to what I did when I break it down into 6 dough balls. I'm just going to kind of fold this in like this underneath. Get it all tucked up in. We're going to set it right here in this bowl. I'm going to cover it. I'm going to put it in the refrigerator for 72 hours. At the 72-hour point, you're going to pull the dough out, and this will make 6 250-gram dough balls. So it's going to be a small, medium-ish size pizza for each one. So you'll get 6 of them out of there. At that point, you want to put them on a cookie sheet, cover them up, and let them rise for about 5 hours before making your pizza. So we're going to head to the next step now. We're going to show you how we make pizza here at home. Okay, so after 72 hours of our bulk fermentation, I split these down into 250-gram dough balls. We put them, I used a little bit of parchment paper, put them on a cookie sheet, and then we covered them for about 5 hours, and this is the product you're going to have here. This dough looks amazing. We can't wait to give it a try. Right now we're going to go ahead and mix up a real quick sauce. We got a 28-ounce can of crushed tomatoes, peeled and crushed. We're going to add here to our bowl. And I'm going in with Malcolm's Italian Stallion, 1 tablespoon of it, 2 teaspoons of granulated onion powder, and 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. Now we're going to combine this thoroughly. And ideally, you're going to want to let this sit up for a couple hours at least. You can even let it go overnight. That way all the seasonings come together real nice. But we got some pizza to make. We're going to have Michelle here try this dough out. So we're going to let this sit for a few minutes and we'll move to that step. Okay, so Michelle's going to show us here how to build a pizza. This is our 72-hour bulk fermentation dough, and these are 250-gram dough balls. This is after 5 hours of setting at room temperature. So we're going to go ahead. She's going to show you how to make a pizza. We got our oven running at 550 degrees. We got a steel baking plate on top and our pizza stone on the bottom, just so you guys know. You can start.
Oh, I can start, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And she's just going to push out from the center. You can see a lot of air in this dough. What kind of toppings you putting on today?
Just cheese and pepperoni.
Just cheese and pepperoni? She's dusting with just a little bit of that double hot flour we used. She's just going to keep pushing it out. Yep, this is going to make between a 10 and 11 inch pizza. If you wanted to go larger, you certainly could. You could up your grams on your dough balls to like 275, even 300. I think 275 is what we're doing for 12-inch pizzas in our pizza contest. It usually makes about a 12, 13-inch pizza. So you can make the dough balls any grams you want, any weight. Want to thank again Craig Tabor for letting us use this recipe.
Yeah.
So far the pizza we've tried has been amazing. So we hope you guys give this recipe a go. You can do it ahead of time. If you're going to have company over for the weekend, you want to make some homemade pizza, you can make this dough up on Wednesday. It'll be ready for you by Saturday. So she's just going to keep stretching it out. Try to pull it thin and yet keep the crust along the outside of it there. And she's just going to top this with, I think it's just going to be cheese and pepperoni, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So.
Where'd you get that fancy mat?
Amazon. It's a baker's mat, actually.
It's a baker's mat. She uses this. We do PCA events, Pizza Cook-Off Association. I highly recommend anybody that is interested in making pizza or doing it competitively. It's a great organization. You should check them out. The gentleman and his wife that's running it are amazing people, and it is a fun contest. So she's going to go ahead and get her paddle ready to launch this into the oven. Just dusting the top of it with a little bit of the double hot flour. Just going to put it over there, make sure it's nice and pretty and round. So she's just putting a nice, I like a lot of sauce. You can add as little or as much as you want. She's just going to give it a nice thin layer of probably, what, a half a cup, if that.
Just probably a fourth.
Fourth of a cup of sauce on this pizza. Again, this dough is super easy to stretch. Again, you go up on the gram weight of the dough balls and you're going to be able to get bigger pizzas. This is basically personal size for me. I mean, 10, 11 inch. So she's just putting a little bit of grated Parmesan on there first. Did you want to do the provolone?
I do. Yes, thank you for reminding me.
So we got some very thin sliced provolone she's going to put on next. And some grated mozz. Shredded mozz, excuse me. Again, this would be another great recipe to do with kids. They can make their own pizzas, put on their own toppings. Okay, and she's just adding, what is that, a pinch of
Sharp cheddar.
Sharp cheddar.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit of sharp cheddar. And some oregano.
Dried oregano.
Putting a pepperoni on this one.
Oh, yeah.
You want me to cook it for you?
If you want. You just need me to make it. You're the chef.
So how long is this going to bake for? 10 minutes? 8 to 10 minutes probably. We'll keep an eye on it. We'll show it to you while it's baking. If we were doing this on our portable pizza oven, which goes up to 900 degrees,
Be quick.
it would be quick and this dough would blow up really, really nicely. In a 550 degree oven, you're going to get a good, really nice pizza, but it's not going to have the same look to it as you would if you were cooking in a really hot oven. So we're going to go ahead and launch this in, and we'll show it to you how it's going. Okay, so our pizza's out of the oven. Again, this is the 72-hour bulk fermentation dough that Craig Tabor was very nice, kind enough to share the recipe with us. You can see, look at this, guys. Absolutely gorgeous crust. We're gonna cut it. Hear that crunch?
Crispy.
Again, this baked probably for about eight minutes in our conventional oven.
Little pieces.
You got some little pieces
Little
here. I'm
pieces
going to
and
try a
big
little one. Michelle and I are going to give this a try.
Ooh, I think it's gonna be hot.
That'll be fine. Don't burn your mouth.
gonna burn my
off.
mouth.
Cheers.
Burn the top of my mouth. Oh yeah, hot.
Well, that's good. Where'd she go?
Woo! I don't think that's
This dough is nice and airy, tender. It's got great flavor from sitting in that bulk fermentation for 72 hours. Give this recipe a try. Fairly simple, easy to do at home. Get those kids in the kitchen with you. Make yourself some pizza. Get you some of that.
good.
Mm-hmm.